Right, welcome back everyone to episode 30 of my Legend of Grimrock 2 guide. As promised, we're outside Castle Nex on the map here. The 4 essences are in place, the door's opened, so we can now progress and move towards beating the final boss of the game. So we start off in the Nex hallway with a little pedestal in front of us with a note from the Island Master telling us, "I would never have expected you to get this far. Very well. It is my duty to welcome my guests to my humble abode. Meet me at the top of the castle." So he wants us to meet him on the roof, so we don't need that anymore. Yeah, then we also get this item called the Cursed Compass. Now, in a couple of rooms' time, this is going to be the solution to quite a seemingly difficult puzzle, but the puzzle gets completely trivialised by giving us the item for free right here. Now personally, I don't think we should get the item here. It seems like a complete kind of ruining of a really good puzzle. I'm not sure what you guys think, but I reckon this is a bit of a cop-out. Maybe that should have been hidden somewhere for us to find. But yeah, let me know what you think about that. Now, previously, we came in here just to nab ourselves one secret. There's actually a treasure chest up there. Now, for those of you who missed the episode, initially, these doors start off closed when you first come in. So you enter, you press the button, and as well as opening these 2 doors, pressing that also opens a door over here. And this door leads to a teleporter, which takes you to the chest we were just looking at. Now for me it's empty, I've already been here, so we can drop down and carry on. But that's the first puzzle in this place, well the first secret. And now we get access to this kind of bigger second room. There's a bit of lore to read on the walls, but nothing that really helps us. Now this is the lock to the alternative ending of the game. So once we've fulfilled those requirements, we could go into there to unlock the ending. That might be considered the good or bad ending, depending on which way you think. For me, this is kind of the bad ending. And if we wanted to, we could progress here, but there's one more secret to find first. I think behind this wall here, that might be this one. This wall can open up, and there's some secrets behind. Now to open that wall, you've got to press a button under the water here. But the timing is super tight. So let's submerge. The second you press this button, or even like the split second you press it, you've got to be moving back and out of the water. There's no time to turn around. So let's try it here. That might be a bit too slow actually. I was a bit delayed getting out of the water. There you go. A split second. The big problem is, when you come up this ladder, you can't go forward at the exact time you think you can. There's a bit of a delay. And if you have the input to go forward before you actually get to the top, you'll lose one input and you won't move forward as quickly as you can. So let's try that again without messing up the top of the ladder. Yeah, I think it took me like 3 times on my original attempt to do this. It's not easy. That felt a bit better, but maybe a bit slow. There we go, done it. And there you go. Literally, as we came under it, the door closes. So you get some cannonballs, 2 really good throwing axes, if you're into that kind of thing. A skull for Oliver to increase his strength by 1. And we get the final Tome of Knowledge, the final free skill point of the game. So let's see who needs it. I'm pretty sure Oliver doesn't. His build's very simple. Heavy weapons, accuracy and armour. And is about to level up anyway. Nico might need it. His kind of build is a bit more diverse. Galden doesn't really need it. He needs 1 more skill point in critical, but he'll level up soon anyway. Jasmin might need it, she's got a few points scattered around. But really, besides putting maybe 1 more point in concentration, she's not really going to gain much from this. So I think Nico using it will be best. It'll gain him maybe 1 more point in crits, and then when he levels up, I can have 1 more point in armour. I'll put it into accuracy. But for now, I think a 5th point in crits, so I can backstab with any light weapon, rather than just daggers. So I guess that counts as the Serpent Blade, as that's a light weapon. And I'm not sure if the Moonblade actually counts as a dagger or not. But either way, we can use the skill point on Nico and guarantee those backstabs with any light weapon. That's the assassin trait. And then to get out, you just jab this button. And we'll proceed on our journey upwards. So this room's got 1 exit on the far side. The water here has nothing in it that's worth looking at. There's nothing down there. So head around into the only exit possible, and we're heading upwards, which is good. As long as we're heading up, we're going the right way. Now, this puzzle coming up had me completely stumped for a good few days, until I think I was at work one day thinking about it. And it finally came to me as to what to do. But you get a few consumables here for free. So it's kind of it's called the library. There's like a lot of shelves and things. We'll get to the details in a second. Once we've opened these doors and explored a little bit. Yeah, these alcoves have got a few things in. Here's a note, which is the clue to solving the puzzle. Although it's not a great clue, but it's a nice one. It's a little teaser. Around the lone pillars, don't let tired feet stop you. So that'll mean more in a second once you actually see the layout of the room. But for now, I'll just keep walking around, exploring. Little secret note here in the bookshelf. It's an ancient map which just shows us the whole island. So we started off down here on Shipwreck Beach, into Twigroot Forest, into the Forgotten River, down to Keel Breach, then the ruins of Deserun are up here, Storm Breach, Pyramid of Umas, Barren Desert here, and it kind of shows the main part is here. Once we're in Castle Nex and we head out the back, the docks are here, so you assume like that the docks are a way to escape. So that's about the only real interesting thing to look at. I'm not sure anything else is really described on here. A few areas that we don't know about. Everlasting Mist. Is that the Kraken's arm? But yeah, that's nothing we can do about that. So 3 ether weeds and 4 bloodroot caps. So they're giving you some nice alchemy ingredients. And then some ammo that we don't need. And then here's the exit where we came in earlier. And then there's the way upstairs that we have to progress. And this is the puzzle we've got to solve to escape. So first things first, let's look at the room. So you notice there's a pillar here. This is the first pillar. Another pillar here. And another pillar here. So there's a note that we got saying, around the lone pillars, don't let tired feet stop you. So the puzzle involves walking around these pillars, and then once we've deduced what these pillars are telling us, we do that thing here, and the door opens up. So it's telling us to walk around these pillars. So hopefully at home you can pick this up, but once we do a full rotation of these pillars, you should hear a clicking noise, and on the second click, a message is going to appear on one side of this pillar, and that message is quite an important clue. And you can always go around a second time later on to reread it, so it's not like you've got to see the message the first time round. But let's start walking. And a click should be pretty soon. There it is, you might have heard that. Now we need a second click. There we go. And now this message appears telling us 2V, which is 2-5. So we'll Make a note of that. And as we do that, enemies are going to spawn near the start of the level. Like that. Enemies we've not seen before, and they shoot this kind of poison barrage. And they attack very quickly, getting like sneaky side attacks by quickly sidestepping. It's pretty difficult, and I've never actually had a successful freeze on them either in previous playthroughs with ice mages. But yeah, they don't stand up to our damage, and there should be a second one hanging around somewhere. Aha, there he is in the distance. So he's pretty cool shadow there. And that spell he just cast at us, I don't think that spell's available to the player in the game. Oof, nice, one shot. So first thing we've uncovered is the 2V puzzle, and it's Roman numerals, so we can abbreviate that to 2-5. Then we step around the next lone pillar, this one. That's the first click. Second click. This says 1, 2. And some other enemies might be spawning in here as well. So we'll just have to keep an eye out for those. There we go. Always behind you. I think there's 2 of them here trying to flank us. Yeah, we got a little flank going on there. So we'll bail out here. Actually, I'll try a lightning bolt. And they'll regret stepping in front of me now. Then I'll get myself out of that corner that I accidentally backed myself into. Yeah, they can paralyse you as well. But the damage itself isn't that massive. No energy. The 8T energy special attack is quite expensive. But the paralyze effect has wore off already. Okay, so we've got 2-5, 1-2. Now we've got the final pillar. Now, as it happens, as you move around this one, no enemies spawn anywhere. It's just a total of 4. So that was the click. And that was the second click we heard. And then we get the final clue of 3-3. So now we've got the 3 clues, and it's a case of working out what they mean. Alright, so this is what I finally worked out after much studying and much realisation. You can pull these levers down, and we'll just pull one down for now. Now as I push this button, listen to how many clicks you can hear a second after I press the button. That was 4 clicks. Now listen to this one. That was 2 clicks. Then do the final one. That was 1 click. So we had 4 clicks, 2 clicks, and 1 click. So the first number in this sequence of 2 is effectively the starting order. So this is the first clue we have to follow. And the number of that clue is a 2. So we have to do this first, which is 2. Which means, using these instruments, we have to create 2 clicks. And 2 clicks is this lever. So pull that down and push this button. And we get 2 clicks. The next one is this one here, the second one, and it's 5. So now, using these levers, we have to make 5 clicks, which is 4 for this one and 1 for this one. And that's 5 clicks. The next, the third in sequence, is to make 3 clicks. So we'll reset all the levers, and 3 would be 2 from this one and 1 from this one. Ta-da! And the door opens. And that's what the around the Lone Pillars puzzle is all about. And this took me an absolute age to figure out. Maybe I'm a bit daft, I don't know. But I unlocked Castle Nex as soon as I had 4 essences. I came in here, got completely stuck for a few days, and then I decided to leave this for a while I went off to like the Pyramid of Umas or whatever else I did. And eventually, when I came back here, after a few more days of being stuck, I finally worked it out. One of the few puzzles in the game where I actually kind of yelped out in delight when I actually solved it. It's like a major league relief. And let's do Oliver's level up while we got the chance. So then, do we want 5% bonus protection? Or have a chance at some crits? I think crits are going to do us more good than just 5% armour, given that he's already pretty stacked anyway. 5%'s nice, but I'll go for the damages. And there's one of those healing crystals coming up, so don't bother healing anyone after fighting those guys downstairs. Now you'll recall earlier, I complained about being given the cursed compass for free. Well, this is the room where you use it. All around us, in different randomised places, there are teleporters that when you step into the teleporter, you get sent right back to the start, and we have to navigate our way round to the exit here. So as an example, if I just randomly jump around, there you go, I'm now teleported back to the start again. But with this compass that's given to us, it completely trivialises the puzzle. So the compass isn't moving here, which means there were no teleporters around us, so we can move in whichever direction we want. So let's try straight forward. The red is now pointing straight on, which means there's a teleporter ahead of us, so we'll move left. It's now pointing left and down, so we're okay to go forward. We can no longer go forward and right, as that's where the red bit's pointing, so we go left. Then you just carry on really, not going in the direction of the red pointer. So we're still safe to go forward. And now here's the way we want to go to the exit, but we can't go forward yet, so we go left. Now we can go forward and forward again. And there you go. A nicely designed puzzle, but just completely ruined by giving us this for free. Like I said, let me know what you think. But for me, that's just a pretty rubbish way of going about things. I would have preferred that compass to be maybe like buried in the crystal mine somewhere, where you have to like perform some sort of good digging puzzle to find it. But we got it for nothing. So we get some food here. May as well eat all this now. I'll keep that. Anybody else? Then we can progress on to the next puzzle room. So here we're looking at quite a nice vertical puzzle to solve. It's like a multi-stage room. There's a couple of enemies flying around that we could do with lowering downstairs a little bit. But ultimately, we want to go through that doorway in the distance. So first we need to get up here. So from entering, the only things we have access to, we have access to that pressure plate down there. It's kind of a fancy, new looking pressure plate we've not seen before, but that is a pressure plate below us. I can hear one of those dudes flying around. Let's bait him down. Let's give him a... try giving him an ice blast. That should get his attention. Alright, here we go. And there's still one up there, so we'll bait him down again. Or maybe he's going to behave and come to us. Nice. So let's head down. Right, so right now we only have access to the door up there which is shut. This grid which is shut. So all we can do is put one item down here and it falls onto the pressure plate there. Now once you've pressed that down, this hole in the ground is no longer shielded. And here's one of our old friends. But yeah, he dies in a couple of hits. Those crabs which used to completely wreck us, no longer. So we can get our item back. If you drop something valuable down here, you can always retrieve it. And now you get access to another pressure plate. So I've got a stone here. So that does something further up. So now we teleport back to the beginning. Now the door in the distance up there has opened. So now we're kind of on for the third stage of the fight. Well, of the puzzle. There's one of those squid dudes in there. Now there was. Until he just got wrecked. So there's a Venom Fang pick here. I think this is the same thing as you find in the middle of Sleet Island. One-handed strength weapon where you need earth magic to use the special attack. So that's not important for us. So what we need to do here is we push this button and then before this thing shoots out into that teleporter and gets redirected into there, we need to quick step our way around here to the other side. So I'll show you what I mean. We need to press this and go to 3 back, 2 this way, 1 back and sideways. I'll demonstrate that here. There are other ways to do it. You can mess around with these teleporters to redirect this bolt in like an infinite loop, giving you a chance to get around. But I find that to be a complete waste of time when you can just hot foot your way to the end. So now we can go down here. That creates a teleporter below us, I think. So if we ever fall down, we can step into the teleporter to appear straight back up here again. Now we can drop onto this little platform down here to get our dexterity potion. And Nico must have that, given he's a dex build. And then to get back up again, we step into this new teleporter. Then it's a case of following this round to the end. Now I bet those of you at home who have done this were searching this wall for secret buttons to press. I think everyone does that. But somewhat disappointingly, there are no secret buttons anywhere on that path. A bit of a letdown really, but you just need to walk to the end. There are no secrets there. Now in this room, excuse me, in this room, you've got a lever here and a door here. Now you might think it's a bit stupid that, given the only thing to do in this room is pull the lever and go in there. You'd be right, that's not the only thing this lever does. If we pull this, fair enough, that door does go up and it leads to the exit. But also out of the right ear there, you might have just heard the sound of a wall rising up, and it's a wall that's round here, and it gives you access to this item that's in the nook in the wall. So before we head up there, if we go back, and I think it's up here, and what's the best way of doing this? Is there a ladder there? Yeah, there's a ladder here, that's good. So now you can just push this and run this way. And we get 2 potions of resurrection. There's no point Nick Oliver having 5 of them, I'll spread them around a little bit. And if I'm let's have a look here at our statistics. Yep, secrets found, 76 out of 77. So there's just the one late game kind of reveal that's left. I won't spoil what that is yet. But we're well on our way to finding all the secrets. And then we got to do this walking puzzle again one last time. Now we can head up to the next level, but we'll leave that for the next episode. I think there's one more video left to show you the entirety of Castle Nex. The boss fight is going to be in the next video as well. And then we've got to wrap things up, reveal the alternative ending, and perform a final few little things. And then we should be done with this series. I think maybe 2, possibly 3 more episodes to go. But thank you for persevering, everyone. It's been fun making these. It'll be a shame when it all comes to an end. But join me next time for the penultimate boss fight of the game. See you all later.